Wow, 하던 거 대충 적고 come 급한 일 생겼다고 뻥쳐 전화 걸게 하실래래 팔래래 시간대로
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, my name is Dita Amelia Wahda Nurazizah from class 4A, and in this time I want to tell you about the novel Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. This novel is the first book in the Hopeless series. This book consists of 306 pages and is published by Atria books in 2013. This novel tells about the journey of a man named Dan Holder in his quest to find his little friend namely Hope. After the death of his sisters in his teens, he felt very hopeless. In addition, the departure of his sister and his little friend raised suspicious and big question marks. The story begins with Sky and Holder meeting at the grocery store. Holder was very curious about Sky, much like his childhood friend, namely Hope. Then Holder tried to introduce him in the grocery store parking lot. But the funny thing was Sky said that she already had a boyfriend. Later, Holder said that he just wanted to get acquainted and wanted to know her name. Sky immediately told her best friend Six about it. Six said he heard rumors about him. About Holder was the one who beat up gay kids at school. Subsequently, Holder had rumors that Sky was a slut because she was dating Grayson. Holder said Grayson was an issue. Finally, they decided to have a relationship. Their relationship started when Holder came to Sky's house and she was baking a cake. Then they were on Sky's bed. Holder said the reason he followed Sky was that she resembled his twin sister named Leslie, who died 13 months ago. Later, Holder asked who Sky's father is and she didn't remember. Sky just remembered that she was adopted when she was 3 years old because her mother died and her father could not take care of her. As well as that, Sky asked why Holder tattooed himself. Holder replied that he wanted to remember Leslie. The trouble started when Holder followed Sky into the hall. Also, Holder saw the bracelet she was wearing. He immediately asked her where she got it from. Sky was confused because Holder was so emotional that they ended up not communicating for 4 months. On Sky's birthday, Rekin, or Sky's best friend, gave her an e-book to read. Also, he kissed and hugged her, and it was seen by Holder. This trouble ended with an apology from Holder. Holder finally returned for fear of being thought to have impregnated Sky. He stayed away from her because he was not ready to share his story or his problems with her. Then, Holder and Karen gave a birthday surprise for Sky. Indeed, Karen was surprised because Holder and Sky hugged and looked very intimate, not as a new couple. Sky told her that she can protect herself. When Karen and her husband were on vacation, Sky and Holder spent a lot of time together on the weekend. Another problem was when Jake said that Holder should also die like just Leslie. It made him angry and hurt. At first, Holder was going to hit him, but Sky immediately took him into the car. There, Holder was crying and hugging Sky. He was tired because Jake kept hitting him. Sky reassured him. He said that Holder didn't have to blame himself for Leslie's death. Maybe it was the best decision for her. Holder told the reason why he hated Grayson so much was because Leslie and Grayson broke up 2 days before Leslie died. The problem was that when Sky came to Holder's house, she visited Leslie's room alone. There, she saw a photo of 3 small children. Sky immediately remembered her past memories when she was a child. She was angry and felt cheated because she thought that Holder was hiding the truth. Then Holder explained to her that he had also believed that Sky was Hope since the first time they met. Indeed, when Holder found out that Karen was her adoptive parent, he was really sure that Sky was Hope. Holder said that Karen should be told about it. Holder took Sky out of Karen's house, but Karen threatened and she would call the police. Sky was not afraid and instead gave her a phone and forced her to call the police at the time, but she didn't want to take the cell phone. Finally, Holder and Sky left Karen's house. Karen called out Sky with crying. Sky wanted to meet her father, while Holder was afraid that her dad would see and recognize her. Then Karen would go to prison. When Little Hope disappeared, the reporter and media camped out on their front lawn for months. The police interviewed Holder 20 times over a 2-month period. Holder would take Sky to his father, but without hesitation. They stayed at the hotel for a few days. Holder said that his parents once helped to find Hope by displaying a photo of Hope who was 3 years old. Maybe that's one of the reasons why Hope was not allowed to watch TV and had a cell phone by Karen. Because Karen might be afraid that Hope would find about it. Afterwards, Hope went to her old room and house. When she saw her room, the pain started to appear. She couldn't believe that her very sweet father could do that to his daughter at night. At the moment, Holder finally realized that the reason Hope wanted to have sex with him was that she wanted to remove the moment when she was harassed by her father. Holder felt sorry for it. He also felt guilty because he often refuses to have sex. He was afraid that Hope didn't enjoy it because she said that she felt numb when kissing men before. Also, Holder validated Hope's feeling. Holder couldn't bear it because her father had become someone who destroyed her so much. Holder assured her when he kissed her, and then he suggested to Hope that the negative connotation she had been associating with physical touch when she was a kid didn't apply to him. The reason Holder touched her was because he was in love with her and for no other reason. They say to each other, "I love you." On the next day, Holder suggested that they should go home since they were still in school. But Hope asked him for an extra day and Holder agreed to that. Hope wanted to meet his father for further clarification. When they went to John's house or Hope's father's house, Hope looked very upset. Holder asked Hope to remain calm. Hope couldn't just stay silent. He wanted to know the reason why her father did that to her, whereas previously John was a good father. Then John explained that he started getting drunk when his wife died, which he changed, and there were the 3 victims, namely Karen, Leslie, and Hope. John did it to Karen before she got married. Later on, Hope when his wife died. The last was Leslie when Hope left her house. Holder was angry when he heard that and immediately beat him. This part ended with John shooting himself after calling police. Hope and Holder rushed into the car to leave because the police sirens were approaching. Hope finally returned to Karen's house. Karen explained why she changed Hope's names to Sky. There are several rules regarding child adoption. First, you can't use your previous names, and the second, you can't use a nickname. Hope felt sad and not yet at peace with his childhood. Then Holder suggested she heal her inner child's wounds by summoning her inner child. Finally, Hope could make peace with her inner child. Hope was grateful that Karen took her from John to protect her and prevented John from doing the same to her. At the end of this story, Karen no longer forbade Hope to access the internet, and the relationship between Holder, Hope, and Karen was on the mend. I think it's enough from me. Thanks for your kind attention. I'm sorry if there are so many mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bring that body, stressed and dead, protagonist.